I'm Rika Brandon, and today we're going to talk about something that is talked about a lot, but not really explained, and people aren't giving solutions about it. We're going to talk about why your confidence in your ability to hire somebody great is so low and what's causing it, and then what we can do to fix it. So, if you've been really discouraged by hiring lately, or you feel like there's nobody good out there, I'm going to share with you the cycle that I've seen repeating itself year after year with many great companies. And it's just been really, really magnified because of the pandemic. And so I call this the 3 S's, right? So the first problem is scarcity. The reality is there aren't enough great employees that you can just have your pick, right? There just aren't enough. I spent a lot of my time in building products. There has been a shortage in that since the Great Recession. And there's just been a lack of getting people into the industry at an early age on. However, that's also true of almost every manufacturing and distribution industry out there. Retail, everybody is struggling because they don't feel like there's enough good people out there. So that's scarcity. And scarcity, in my opinion, is where bad hires start, right? Because we're feeling scarcity and eventually like there's nobody out here. I got to hire the best that applied, right? And really, you're not going to use the word best to describe that person in any other way other than compared to the other people who applied, they're the best. They're mediocre or average in real life, but they're what you've got, right? And at this point, you're sort of desperate. You need a warm body in the chair or at the line or whatever it is. And so that scarcity leads you to settling. And that's the second stage of the journey where we just don't know what to do to get a different result, to get more great people to choose from. So we settle. And as you can imagine, most of the time when we settle for somebody that we're not that excited about hiring, it's going to end poorly. It's going to end in them performing exactly as you feared, which is underperforming. Or maybe you're going to be like me when I was an HR manager. And the first time I really just truly settled when I was hiring for somebody for stock and housekeeping. And within 3 hours of being on the job, he had a soft tissue workers' comp issue. We never saw him again at work. So there is always a cost to settling when we hire, right? And so with that is setbacks. So we've got scarcity, which leads to settling, which leads to setbacks. And this is the cycle that almost every business leader is stuck in right now. If you are one of the few that have so many great candidates to choose from, consider yourself lucky, because that is not the reality for 9 out of 10 business leaders right now who are struggling to hire. It's that crazy. 9 out of 10 rank it as somewhat or very difficult to find good people to hire. So the good news is you're not alone, right? So how do we solve this, right? We know that we're settling, right? We're aware of this. We know it leads to setbacks. Like, you logically know this, but I doubt very much you've identified that the root cause of it is that scarcity and really thought about, how do I solve the scarcity problem? Now, of course, you guys have probably heard me say, I believe we can solve any recruiting and retention challenge through education, empowerment, or expertise. So I'm going to say that again, right? We can learn to do better. We can learn how to get better responses from our job postings. You can buy my book. You can watch my videos. You can read my blog. You can do all of that for free and learn how to get better results. You can enroll a consultant or a coach or somebody to help you get better results quicker, kind of take the shortcut. You might be wanting to empower and train your team members so they understand a little bit more about how do we get more people interested in our opportunity. And then, of course, you can hire experts to do it for you, right? So you've got options, but the first thing I would really encourage you to do is think about, if you're just going to keep it all in-house, is really think about how much time you spend on those people that you settled for, training, managing, trying to get them up to speed. And I'd like you to think about on your next hire to spend that 10, 20, 30 hours you're going to spend in the first month or two with them. Maybe trade it for 10 hours of trying harder in the front. Don't just post a job and call it good and wait for people to apply. Maybe think about associations and networking with people. Maybe figure out how to get into a resume database and source for people and reach out. I encourage you, you're already spending the time, right? So just shift where you're spending the time and spend it on getting more good people to choose from instead of making average people work. So that is my request for you. I think it will change how you feel about hiring in lots of ways. And when you know better, you hire better. So continue watching my videos, subscribe to my YouTube channel, all of that stuff, and you will get better at it. Of course, always, if you want a shortcut, you can reach out to us and schedule a call to learn how we can help you. but I hope this helps you think about it a little bit differently and recognize that just changing how you're spending your time can drastically change your results. Happy hiring.